entertaining for all audiences. How many people like when speakers are entertaining? You know, like you don't want to just have somebody who talks. You just want somebody who just keeps you up and running, right? And that's what Mr. Anthony does. Some of the things about Mr. Anthony is he's positioned himself as a change agent and a thought leader in the areas of youth empowerment, leadership, and personal discovery. Anthony has an uncanny knack to bring out the absolute best in people, no matter who the audience is. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you Mr. Anthony Anderson.
It's actually Henderson.
Anderson, I apologize. Thank you. Turn it up a little bit. Come on, stand up, everybody. Stand up. Come on, stand up. Stand up. West Palm Beach, Florida, how y'all doing? Good. Listen, I'm excited. I mean, I'm beyond excited. I mean, I'm so excited, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm jacked. I'm jacked out of my ever-living skull. I'm jacked for being given the opportunity to stand before you all this evening and speak truth to you. I'm excited about being given the opportunity to share laws, precepts, and spiritual truths to help you win in life. Okay? And I don't know about you all, but again, I'm just super duper excited. But I just got a request from each and every one of you. I just ask that you open up your minds. Because understand, ladies and gentlemen, your mind is like a parachute. If you don't open it up, it's not going to work. Does that make sense? So just be open-minded. All right? And you all are here this evening to power your potential. I mean, just think about that for a moment. Power your potential. Now, the word potential means ability. And each and every one of us has ability. Wouldn't you all agree with that? Everybody has ability. Everybody has some possibilities. Everybody has potential. But the question is, why is it that not everybody is successful? Why is it that everybody does not win in life? And the answer to that question, ladies and gentlemen, because a lot of people really and truly don't have the power to be able to maximize their potential. So one of the things I'm going to do for you this evening is I'm going to share some truths to help you power your potential. So that when you turn on that light switch, guess what? You're going to get something out of it. Does that make sense so far? Yeah. All right, because the two most significant days of your life are the day that you were born and the day that you discover why or your purpose. Okay, those are the two most significant days of your life. And as a personal discovery expert, I'm going to help you discover your why. Because when you know who you are and when you know whose you are, it puts you in a better position to win. Does that make sense, guys? Yeah. Okay, so when we talk about power, I want to talk about a prerequisite for power. The prerequisite for power is something called faith. Okay, faith is a prerequisite to power. Because without faith, guess what? You're not going to have no power. I hate to break the news for some, but without faith, you will not have any power. Now, what's faith? Faith is a belief. Faith is a confidence in who you are and what you've been created to become. So I'm going to give you a practical example of faith, and then I'm going to get more in depth. So this chair here, if I were to sit down in this chair, I have to have faith in this chair, right? I have to have confidence that this chair is going to be able to hold me up. Okay, so I'm going to sit down in this chair because I have faith in this chair. I got confidence that this chair is going to be able to withhold me. Okay, now I don't know who the manufacturer of this chair is. I don't know who made this chair. I don't know who tightened the screws in this chair. I don't know any of that. But guess what? I believe. Say I believe.
I believe.
Okay, so because I believe, I can have a seat and rest. Okay? Now, because I've had an opportunity to rest, when it's time for me to excel, when it's time for me to achieve, guess what? Now I have the power to stand up.
Yes.
Are you with me so far?
Good.
So again, ladies and gentlemen, faith is a prerequisite to power.
Very good.
Okay? Say, I have faith.
I have faith.
Okay? Now again, I'm going to share with you who you are and whose you are, because when you know who you are, guess what? The sky is the limit. The sky really truly is the limit. Okay? But what I want you to do for just a brief second, I want you to close your eyes. Close your eyes. And picture this. Picture that you're a young African-American male growing up in various cities in this great country of ours known as the United States. Imagine being the oldest of 3 siblings and being told that you're the man of the house, even though you're still just a little boy. Imagine not finding out who your biological father is until you're 25 years young, an adult, a grown man. Now open your eyes, ladies and gentlemen. Now that brief segment I just shared with you all, that young man has manifested himself in front of you right now this evening in the form of Anthony Henderson, speaker extraordinaire. Okay? Now the beautiful thing about that brief segment I just shared with you all is that I have and I had a beautiful mother by the name of Linda D. Now my mom, Linda D, was and is a magician. I mean, to this day I have no idea how she would do it. But she would be able to make $1 out of just 15 cents. Anybody know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
It may not be your mama, but it may be your auntie, okay, or your cousin or somebody. They had the ability to stretch that dollar. And that's what my mom did. I mean, my mom always told me, she said, you know what, Anthony, you got to fight for what's right. She said, never quit, never give up. She said, son, you got to shoot for the moon. Because even if you miss, you're going to be amongst the stars. My mom would work tirelessly 2 and 3 jobs so my siblings and I can be able to be involved in extracurricular sports and various activities. Because she wanted us to be well-rounded. She wanted us to be able to give back to society. I remember the very first sport that I participated in was soccer. And I was actually pretty good. They used to call me Pele. You know Pele? Yeah, I mean, he was actually a pretty good guy. I actually put up probably the best soccer player in the history of the game. But it was actually pretty easy to spot me because I was the only little chocolate boy on this all-white team in Boca Raton, Florida. Now, I may be dating myself a little bit, but back then I had a little Michael Jackson afro. Okay? And that was me. All right? But when I think about my mom, I just smile. All right? Because of what she was able to do. When I think about her and how you were to take the word mom, M-O-M, and just flip it upside down, it spells wow. Because, ladies and gentlemen, that's a one-word definition of my mother. And I just thank God for her today. Okay? And that's just part of the reason I am the man that I am today. But let's talk about how to power your potential. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you that you're a star. Each and every one of you is a star. Now, you may be sitting there thinking, you'll be like, well, what is a star? A star is a unit of power. It's a mass of energy. Say, I'm a star. Say, I have power. Say, I have energy. Absolutely, you're a star. Each and every one of you is a star. Now, our very own sun, ladies and gentlemen, is an example of a medium-sized star. Now, stars, they come in various shapes and sizes, and they typically have 5 or more points. Okay? Now, just like stars, they come in various shapes and sizes. We all also come in various shapes and sizes. Hello, somebody. Some of us might be a little vertically challenged, might be a little short. Others might be real tall. Right? Some of us might be very athletic and gifted, got a mad crossover with the basketball. Others might be couch potato. Some of us might be very serious and stoic in our demeanor, while others thrive in comedy. Hee hee, ha ha. Okay? Now, just like we have different sizes and different personalities, guess what, folks? We also have different races, different colors, different nationalities, different cultures, different faiths, and different belief systems. But the bottom line is this, folks, is that despite all those differences, we're all heavenly bodies just like stars. Okay? And guess what? We've been created to shine. Say, I shine. I shine. Now, what shine? Shine is the ability when you walk into a room, you change the atmosphere of that room. Okay? Now, again, that's what I want you all to be able to do. Change the atmosphere when you walk into a room. All right? And when you know who you are and whose you are, you can do that. Now, you all are stars, ladies and gentlemen, not just based on just your position, but also your condition. Okay? All right? Because a position is a place. That right? Make sense? It's a place. It's a destination. And condition is a state of being. Now, sometimes your conditions can change, but that doesn't mean that you're no longer a star. That doesn't mean you're not created to shine. That doesn't mean you're not created for greatness. I mean, if you think about it, during the daytime, it's sunny outside. But guess what? The stars are still there. But you just can't see them. But they're still there. They're still in position. Okay? And some of you, sometimes in life, you may feel like you're worthless. You're not being noticed. You're invisible. But guess what? You're still a star. Guess what? You've still been created to shine. And don't you ever forget it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share 5 keys with you all. 5 keys to winning life. Okay? Now, the first key, they're all very important. But this key right here is the most important one. And that key, folks, is something known as focus. Okay? Focus. Now, what's focus? Focus means to concentrate. To concentrate. To produce or bring to a clear image. Okay? Focus helps you be able to avoid or eliminate distractions. Now, by a show of hands, how many of us have distractions in life? Okay, they're there. Okay, that's why focus is vitally important. Okay? I mean, if you think about it, if you're an eagle and you're trying to catch 2 rabbits at the same time, guess what? You're not going to catch either one. You're not going to catch either one. We got to focus. We got to have a singleness of purpose. Okay? Now, I think Thomas Jefferson probably stated it best when he said that nothing can stop someone with the right mental attitude from achieving their goal. And absolutely nothing can help somebody with the wrong mental attitude. Now just think about that for a moment. What's your mental attitude? It's your thought process. It's your mind. Folks, we got to get rid of that stinking thinking and focus, man. Okay, we got to focus. We got to focus. I mean, focus is critical. We got to focus. Say, I'm focused. I'm focused. All right. Now, the next key that I'm going to share with you all is something called fight. Now, what's fight? Fight means to engage in combat. Okay? To engage in combat. Now, I'm not talking about anything physical. I don't want any of y'all leaving saying, well, girl, child, I want to power your potential. And they had this man up there talking about, we got to fight, child. We got to get violent. No, I'm not saying that. Okay? I'm talking about the willingness to compete. The willingness to compete. Because, ladies and gentlemen, nothing, and I repeat, nothing in life is going to be given to you. You got to work for it. You got to fight for that thing. I mean, I like how Mark Twain says it. He said, it's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog. Okay? Say, I fight. I fight. Okay? Because in life, sometimes you got to fight. And there's nothing at all wrong with that. You have to fight. Okay? You can't just give up. Okay? Now, the next key, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to share with y'all something called fitness. Now, what's fitness? Fitness is a total state of well-being. Okay? We're talking about being balanced. Both physically, spiritually, mentally, holistically, you are balanced. That's what fitness really and truly is. Okay? Now, I can spend a whole hour just talking about fitness alone, seeing that I have a degree in exercise science and physiology from the University of Florida. Go Gators. Okay? Now, I know we're doing horrible right now. Okay? But everybody has those droughts. Okay? And we're in a famine, as a matter of fact. We're not in a drought, we're in a famine right now. Okay? But I'm just praying to God this is going to get better. Praying to God that it gets better. But yeah, fitness. Okay? Now again, before I give you some details about fitness, I want to put a disclaimer out there. I don't subscribe to any of those diet religions. Okay? veganism, vegetarianism, South Beach, all that other stuff. And there's nothing wrong with any of those. Okay, but I don't subscribe to any of those. What I do subscribe to, though, is a lifestyle. Okay, it's a lifestyle. Because if you think about it, the word diet has the word die in it. That's why most people aren't successful. I ain't trying to die. I'm trying to live. Okay, I'm trying to live. All right, that's why it's so difficult, because the word die is in the word. Okay, all right. But when you think about fitness, there's just a couple quick things. Water. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to increase our water intake. Got to increase our water intake. Okay, watercure.com. Okay, if you're looking at those awesome site, go to it, check it out. Okay, superfoods. Okay, I made up an acronym. GOMBS, G-O-M-B-S. It's just like the combs that you comb your hair with, but just with the G. Now the G stands for greens. Okay, greens. It's spinach, kale, peas, greens, asparagus, broccoli, whatever. Greens. The O is onions. Okay, now for some of you may be saying that onions, ugh, they make your breath stink. Okay, but understand that back in biblical days, individuals ate onions and garlic all the time. That's why they lived to be 100 plus. Okay, so onions is a superfood. Okay, M is mushrooms. Okay, B is beets, B-E-E-T-S, B-E-E-T-S, and S is seeds and or nuts. Okay, so those are the superfoods. Okay, all right. So the next one is fun. What's fun? Pleasurable, something enjoyable. Okay, Alfred Mercier stated it best. He said, that which is learned during pleasure is never forgotten. Okay, we got to have fun. We got to smile. Okay, we got to start enjoying life a little bit more. Okay, a lot of people say, I'm happy, ain't nothing wrong with me. And I say, well, you may want to notify your face. Okay, how about taking the opportunity to turn that smile, turn that frown upside down? Okay, because when you smile at a person, you can totally change their day. I mean, my wife and I, we own a State Farm Insurance Agency. We've owned it for 12 years. We've been blessed with that. And the greeting, when you call my office, first thing we say is, it's a beautiful day at State Farm. It's a beautiful day at State Farm. It doesn't matter what's going on. I remember one day a customer called me. He was like, Anthony, it's raining outside. I said, yeah, guess what? It's still a beautiful day. Because all that is some liquid sunshine. Okay? All right? So it's how we perceive things. All right? But again, have fun. And last but definitely not least is finish. Finish. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to finish. We got to complete the task at hand. We got to finish. We have to finish. Okay? We have to dominate any situation we put ourselves in. Okay? If you're going to play, play to win. Okay? Don't just play, just don't get involved. Play to win. Okay? Now what I want to do is I want to end with something, because some people say, I hear what you're saying, and yes, my time is limited, so I'm wrapping up things. Okay? But I have a CD. And God spoke to me. He said, you know what, Anthony? You have to bring enough of these for everybody. And that's what I did. Because I wanted to be a blessing to everybody here this evening. So I brought enough of these CDs for everybody in the room this evening. Okay, so by a show of hands, how many of you would like this CD? Okay, excellent, excellent. Now again, like I said, God told me to bless you all. All right, so as soon as you pay for this CD, I will give you the CD. Okay, I'm going to be in the table right there in the back. Okay, but ladies and gentlemen, understand that you've been blessed with some equipment. Figure it out for yourselves, my lad. You've all been the greatest of men have had. 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 hands, 2 eyes, and a brain to use if you be wise. With this same equipment, they all began. So start from the top and say, I can. Figure it out. The wise and the great, they all take their food from a common plate. And with similar knives and forks they use, with similar laces, they tie their shoes. The world considers them brave and smart, but you've all they had when they made their start. You can triumph and come to skill. You can be great if only you will. You have arms, you have legs, you have a brain to use. You see, God has equipped us for life, ladies and gentlemen, but he lets you decide what you want to be. Courage, say courage. Courage. Courage must come from the soul within. The man or woman must furnish the will to win. So figure it out for yourselves, my lad. You've all that the greatest of men or women have had. With your same equipment, they all began. So get a hold of yourself right now today, folks, and say, I can. Folks, I want to thank you for your time. My name is Anthony Henderson, speaker extraordinaire, Linda D's eldest son, reminding you that life is God's gift to you. And what you do with that life is your gift to God. Be blessed.